full-blown video, not clips of his stream. Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, before we get to that, actually, hold on. I like how Aiden Ross's job in Train's plan to take down all the pussies and the fake-ass haters is simply not bring the absolute worst publicity you could ever imagine to the platform every single week, and it's simply too much to ask. Yeah. He just, like, it there's like a button in front of Aiden Ross. It's called like the Nazi transphobia button, right? And Train is like, bro, we'll give you $700 gorillion, okay? Just please, you're like the biggest content creator that we've signed on to kick.com. Please do not hit the transphobia Nazi button. Please, no matter what you do. And Aiden Ross literally hits it every day. He's like, I can't stop. On God, I can't stop, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, why? He just slams it so fucking hard. I don't get it. Anyway. Yeah, just jerk off, man. NoFap is killing your brain. Why is Kick still a thing? It's got unlimited funds as far as, you know, its funding vehicle doesn't go away. So, there is one woke hero that is trying to save America's constitutional democracy. That woke hero is a tiny-faced dipshit by the name of Charlie Kirk. That's right. We're going to take a look at Charlie Kirk's latest and greatest incredible idea. Please nuke Hoscord, Cena Fish, and Lachlan69. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Let's hear what that tiny-ass mouth came up with today. And I'm just going to let you know right now, it's pretty awesome. It's something that you could not have imagined.
New story out today shows that the U.S. Census Bureau, or the agency under the Secretary of Commerce, is debating whether or not to add a question to blacks of, are you a descendant of slaves? This is a precursor to reparations. And I am not a pessimist, but I want to be very clear that the pace that we're moving right now, you are going to live in a country where there is reparations.
Shocked. Wow. That would be devastating. I mean, oh my God. I like that he's not mentioning why it's bad because everyone in his audience already understands it. Like there's no argument that you need to make ever. That's, by the way, white supremacy is very pervasive in this country, and that's precisely what I fucking mean when I say this, okay? When I, on the other hand, have to make an argument as to why reparations are good, I have to do 11,000 qualifiers and explain to you exactly how we would pass it, why it should be passed, what the importance is, why we need economic restitution, but also how material equality for all people living on U.S. soil would actually make this country better. He can just say, reparations are coming, get fucking scared, and everyone's like, oh no, I get it. That is the difference between someone who looks at the current oppressive constructs and says, more please, versus someone who looks at the current oppressive constructs and says, I need to break this down, I need to explain it to you and explain to you why it's cruel and unusual. Okay? But fear not. Charlie does have a further argument. Let's take a look.
You're going to live in a country where white people are going to be forced to give money to black people for something you did not do, for something you are not connected to, just because you look like somebody who did something bad. So I have some very simple questions for the reparation crowd. Do white people get money because our ancestors, 600,000 of them, died in the Civil War so that blacks could be free? Do we get reparations for that? Number two, what if a child is half black or half white, or a person is half white or half black? Do they pay reparations to themselves? What about new blacks into the country? Nigerians, Haitians, people from Western.
Bro, he's saying blacks way too comfortably, okay? I can't be alone in this. Like, he just keeps saying it in the hardest way you could be saying it. What the fuck is new blacks, bro? Just say African descendants of slaves versus new immigrants coming from Africa. Like, it's, anyway, that's weird for me to, I guess, focus on. But, you know, you could say black people, like, that's one thing you could say. Let's continue.
In Africa that have immigrated in that last 20 or 30 years. They have to they have to pay reparations to other blacks that claim to be oppressed because their ancestors were slaves. How does one prove that they're descendants of slaves? So let me get this straight. It is evil and racist to ask a black to go show ID when you vote.
Bro, okay, just say the M word at that point. I mean, come on. Just say it. Like, holy shit, dude. I mean, he said ask a black. Like, at that point it's like you're literally just saying the word without actually saying it because you're a pussy. Like, let it out, dude. Let your nuts hang, dude. Come on. Come on. At first I was like, maybe I'm being uncharitable, but goddamn, like,
but somehow you're going to be able to have a black show all of the paperwork that they're the
like, at that point, it doesn't make sense. Okay, dude. I mean, it literally doesn't make sense from a sentence construction standpoint. Come on now. What the fuck? He's like purposely fucking ruining his own like conversational skills to just like hit it with the hard B. It just comes across as weird, brother. Like, that's not how humans speak or understand one another. When you are doing the most in the way that you're doing it, it just comes across weird. He's trying to start us to dehumanize to the point where it sounds unnatural. Yeah, like, you're coming across like a fucking weirdo.
Descendant of slaves.
Oh. Anyway. The argument that he said was like, be terrified, reparations are happening, never talks about why that's bad, immediately moves on to how would we even get it started? I mean, and then talks about how difficult it would be. Notice, he never brought up why it's a bad thing. Okay? Said, why no reparations for white people? Why no reparations for white people? Like, 600,000 white people died to free you. Like, he basically said, like, you're ungrateful if you're a black person. Like, okay, but it was the white people that also enslaved the black people. Like, what fucking take is this, dumbass? Also, we live in a country where reparations did happen, okay? It was given to white slave owners for, you know, forcibly freeing what they considered an asset up until that moment. He counted both sides of the Civil War there. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Wait, really? I don't know enough about Civil War history, like numbers wise. Did he actually fucking say 600,000 people died freeing slaves? And it's like, oh my God, that's such a good fucking catch. Oh my God. He said like 600,000 people died freeing freeing slaves. So like Confederates. Man, this country's so broken, dude. Fuck this shit. Anyway. You look like a British student with a suit. You know, like those student suit uniforms bros use? I know. somehow people found a way to get even mad at me for wearing a fucking suit, saying I look ugly in the suit. At this point, it's like the reverse of the Trump phenomena. I feel like motherfuckers say Trump is hot because they like him that much. You know what I mean? And I feel like the reverse of that is happening with me, where like, listen, I got body dysmorphia. I don't think I'm like the hottest dude ever or anything like that. But like when I see motherfuckers be like, dude, you are so ugly, I'm like, bro, you got an anime avatar. What are you talking about right now? Like the amount of people that were like, dude, you look like such an F word, but not in a positive way for the record, because I know a lot of you said you look so gay, but in a positive way. Like I saw motherfuckers with like lolly avatars or furries on Twitter being like, man, this proves that having big muscles doesn't make you actually masculine. Like, bro, you have a lolly avatar. What the fuck do you know about masculinity? What are you saying? That's my favorite. My favorite is when people who have like Christian coded trad accounts, but then with like a lolly avatar. And it's like, dude, you would get melted in a fascist country. Like, what are you talking about? You are literally more hedonistic and degenerate than I am. You know what I mean? As a descendant of slaves, the way I confirmed this was via ancestry website and shared family knowledge. My ancestors were listed as property on a man's will. Thought you might find that interesting. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs, but yeah. The idea that, like, there's no way to figure out if you're a descendant of slaves is so fucking stupid, too. But, you know. Really dumb.
Now, Gwyneth Paltrow is locked in a legal battle that I think has to be the most unhinged court case.
This was a positive day for white women, okay? Gwyneth Paltrow winning her case, beating the case. How do you keep yourself sane with dumbasses like Charlie Kirk existing? I don't know, man. For every Charlie Kirk, you have to remember, for every fucking lolly avatar weirdo on Twitter being like, Hasan, you should fucking kill yourself, dump yourself in a vat of acid, there are tens of thousands of fucking good people, sane people, honest people who are just, you know, trying to be entertained every single day. Okay? Plenty of them are in this community. So I just, you know, it's a sense of perspective. And I do have to refresh it regularly, but that's it. That's how this works for me, at least. It's just like, that's how I don't lose sight of the way things should work. Quick thread on Gwyneth. Everything Gwyneth Paltrow has warned the court. Oh my gosh, she fucking served. She fucking slayed. She absolutely destroyed this piece of shit garbage man who came after my queen, okay? She destroyed her like an old jade pussy egg that she must discard now because it's been far too long since she stopped using it, okay? That's what she did. Slay mama. A lot of you are saying, huh, in the chat, not recognizing that what I'm talking about is available at goop.com. That's right. The sponsor of the show is goop.com. It's Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth, I'm in the pocket of Big Gwyneth, okay? I'm a crunchy granola fan. She's earned tonight's vagina steaming and glass of wine. How dare you, Gwyneth? Earns it every night by simply existing. Gwyneth Paltrow, for those of you who do not know, for the uninitiated, is one of the most unhinged wine moms on the fucking planet. Okay? She is absolutely out of control. I mean, straight up. When I think of like the perfect, older, wealthy, powerful white lady, I think of Gwyneth Paltrow. A person who definitely is not experiencing quite a bit of oppression, and due to that lack of oppression in her life, has basically found new things to focus on. New things like, you know, suntanning your asshole and your gooch. I don't know, selling jade eggs that you shove up your vagina on goop.com. I do legitimately feel like I feel like she's just thinking, how can I push this further? How can I push the bar further than I have? Well, here it is, goop.com, heretic. This smells like my vagina. This is a bougie perfume. With a funny, gorgeous, sexy, and beautifully unexpected scent, this candle is made with geranium, citrusy bergamot, and cedar absolutes juxtaposed with damask rose and ambrette seed to put us in mind of fantasy, seduction, and a sophisticated warmth.